Greetings. This is Doc Ock coming at you live and direct from Black Facts Headquarters Central this evening. Greetings, greetings, greetings to one and all. We hope you all had a good day, because we're about to go ahead and do our show to end our day and help you all end your day by having a ball instead of taking a fall. Absolutely. At least that's our calling. So we got to keep doing so y'all ain't falling. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's go ahead and get this party started with a proverb for the day. Oh, let me not forget before I get too excited and carried away. Please, if you haven't already and you're watching on Facebook, give us a like. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. And then make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the Tubular Black Facts channel right here on YouTube. So if you can do those three things, then we can go ahead and carry on with the carrying on. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Oh, here we go here. Let's go ahead and read our proverb for the day. The proverb for the day is, those who are absent are always wrong. Those who are absent are always wrong. And that is a proverb from the Congo, no less. Those who are absent are always wrong. So what does that tell you right there? If you don't want to be wrong, you better be in the room. Better be in the room every single day. That's the only way to avoid all that wrongness. Now, meanwhile, we're going to go ahead here and let me see. Gonna make a few adjustments here so that we can go ahead and read our story for the night. And we debated, because we did something special today, this being the first Monday after the first federally recognized Juneteenth. We wanted to do something special today because we weren't sure, we're still not sure if Juneteenth is going to be recognized. Well, say for instance, my brother got the Monday off. He works for the state of Ohio, but other people got the Friday off. So not knowing which day, and then some people might get the actual day off. So not being sure exactly which day people are going to get off, we decided to cover ourselves and go ahead and do a special Juneteenth program for this Monday for all of those of you who did get the day off today. And so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to focus on, we're going to do it, this program is going to focus on Mary Stagecoach Fields. Mary Stagecoach Fields, because we didn't quite finish up our reading of her story, and so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to finish up the because we had one more story to read about Mary Stagecoach Fields, and this one is a heavily graphic. It's like a graphic, kind of like a graphic novel for very young children. It's called Fearless Mary. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get off into our story of the night, Fearless Mary. All right, let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's see if I can get this thing working here. All right, there we go. Boom. Fearless Mary. Fearless Mary is a story, as many of you already know, about Mary Stagecoach Fields, one of the most dynamic black women ever to walk the planet Earth. Mary Fields started off as a slave in Tennessee. Once she was emancipated after 1865, she relocated to Toledo, Ohio. And there she worked with a young lady by the name of Sister Amadeus, a Ursuline nun. And the two of them worked very well together. They became close. They became quite good friends. And so naturally, when Sister Amadeus was sent out further west to the state of Montana, Mary ended up following her. And this is their story. In the city of Cascade, Montana, Mary Fields sees a help wanted sign. Well, she sees help wanted signs everywhere. The city needs a new stagecoach driver to make deliveries to a school, St. Peter's Mission. It's a good job, an important job, but a dangerous one too. With the job comes respect and high wages, nearly $75 a month. With that kind of pay, a person can live a good life in Montana in the 1880s. But most people think a job like this is meant only for men, not for women, and especially not an ex-slave. Getting the job will be hard for Mary, even though the Wild West is supposed to be a land of opportunity. Everything is segregated. Whites only restaurants, whites only jobs, whites only pay. So what will Mary do? She's going to soldier on. That's what Mary does. It only makes her want to prove that everyone should be equal, including women. So Mary goes ahead on down to where they're holding the not auditions, what do you call them? Interviews. But on the way there, she thinks about this job. In 1895, sending supplies and messages to Cascade is easy, thanks to telegraphs and trains and things of that nature. But the trails that snake through the mountains up to St. Peter's make it almost impossible to reach. The best way to deliver mail there is by wagon. And the drawings in this book show a stagecoach because they called Mary Fields Stagecoach, Mary Stagecoach Fields, but in all actuality, she did not actually have a stagecoach. She wasn't a stagecoach driver, but she did have a wagon, and she did deliver the mail. So how did she get this job? And what were the dangers inherent in getting a job like this? Outlaws preyed on stagecoaches, which carried valuable supplies, money, and food. Wild animals preyed on them. The stagecoach is usually guarded by one person, the driver. To do the job, you needed to be smart. You needed to be tough. You need to be da-da-da. You know how that song goes, right? As a former slave who traveled to the West alone to seek opportunity, Mary Field is all of those things and a bag of chips. And here you see Mary riding into town on her white horse. Oh yes, Mary did have a white horse. So the next day, as she goes into town, her face pointed toward the sky, she's ready to take her chance and do a little dance to go ahead and get this job. At least try out for the job. And Mary steps right up to the plate with them. "We don't hire people like you," the manager says. Mary stands tall and squares her shoulders. She lived the first 33 years of her life without freedom, and now she'd spend the rest of it making sure she got an equal shot at a good life. try to keep her from getting this job. I'm Mary Fields. I can outride any man trying out for this job. Mary refuses to leave. She waits her turn to show what she can do. One by one, the cowboys try their best. They swing their lassos, saddle up the horses real fine, but Mary knows that she can do that and then some. Oops, sorry about that. So she steps forward again, but the manager points. I said, not you. You don't belong here. I'll show you I do, says Mary. And she does. She goes out on her white pony and ropes a horse, ties and what's the word for it? Hitches up a whole team of horses to a stagecoach and then starts to ride. She hitched up 6 horses, cracks that whip, speeds up the hill and back around the horses' hooves, clumping and earth-shaking sound. She is a force of nature. What's your name again? The manager asked. I'm Mary Fields, but you can call me Fearless. No need to look further. The job is hers. No African-American woman has ever been hired to drive a star mail route. A star route. That's right. Mary drove the star route. She wasn't driving no regular route. This is a star route. That means she got a contract. She's an independent contractor with the U.S. Postal Service. Period. Dot. Mary Fields is the first African American to get a route like this, male or female, anywhere in the country. Because we already said, Mary Stagecoach Fields, she is a force of nature. Being the first is hard. Not everyone likes the idea, especially of a black woman driving the stagecoach. Some believe Mary can't do the job because she's a woman or because of the color of her skin. Because, you know, it's hard to drive a stagecoach when you're black. Just naturally, right? It's got to be hard because you're black, right? Yeah, I want y'all to think about that. Just think about that for a minute. What does your skin color have to do with you driving a stagecoach? Does that even make sense? But Mary is unbreakable, unshakable. She travels rugged mountain trails. It's hard to navigate, but Mary can read all kinds of maps, including star patterns in the dark sky. Maybe that's why they call this a star route. Okay, who knows? Thieves try to steal from her wagon. Little do they know, Mary's got herself a pet eagle trained as her faithful protector. They don't stand a chance. Not only did she have a faithful eagle, Mary was packing too. She is one pistol packing mama. On one moonless night, Mary's wagon hits a gully. Hoarse screams pierce the air. Packages fly everywhere, and a gang of hungry wolves creep out from the shadows. Mary stands guard all night long. Iron weapon pressed against her back, with the eagle at her side, she keeps the wolves at bay until the sun rises and chases them away. Mary never loses a single horse or a package, not even a letter for that matter. Mary's cargo is important. Food to feed the school children, letters for loved ones sent from far, far, far away. It's her job to protect her horses and make sure the children of St. Peter's receive their packages. Word of Mary's courage spreads throughout Cascade. She becomes a hometown hero, a legend in her own time, a woman not to be messed with. The stagecoach driver who fended off wolves, trudged through heavy snow, and never missed a single day of work. No task was too small, no task too dangerous, and in time she would become known as a groundbreaker, an earth shaker, a history maker. We're talking about Mary here, and not the one you thinking of. This is a whole nother kind of Mary, because this Mary don't take no stuff. Mary rides those trails for 8 years until she is in her 70s. More women begin to drive stagecoaches and deliver mail across the U.S. Fearless like Mary, faces pointed to the sky. As the years go by, cars, telephones, and airplanes are invented. Delivering the mail becomes easier and easier and even less dangerous. And thanks to Mary and others like her, a job held by many women, including my Aunt Sandra. That's right. This one's for you, Aunt Sandy. Yes, we're thinking about you, dear. Today, Mary's bravery is remembered in Cascade and throughout the country. Delivery men and women still face long days on the road and harsh weather at times, but nothing like the dangers Mary faced in the Wild West. But all of them took the oath that neither rain nor snow nor sleet nor dark of night shall stop the U.S. mail from reaching its appointed destination. Because this ain't about no vacation, it's about a vocation. You got to be serious about your business. Take care of your business. Every now and then, if you listen closely, you'll hear her voice whispering in the wind, I'm Mary Fields. I'm Mary Fields, but you can call me Fearless. Call her a legend, call her a trailblazer, call her Fearless, call her Mary Stagecoach Fields. Oops. Okay, that's okay. And for those of you who are out there who would like to know more about Juneteenth, look for our book on Amazon. Look for it on eBay. And if you don't find it either one of those places, then give us a jingle and we'll send one out to you. We've got our books on sale right now, special price for the first edition of our book, What is Juneteenth? What is Juneteenth? It's a small book, but powerful. And right now they're on sale, half off for only $10 each, plus shipping. So that's $3.99 for $13.99. You can learn all about Juneteenth and what Juneteenth really means, the history of Juneteenth, some of the people, the places, and documents that define Juneteenth, our newest federal holiday. Freedom Day, Juneteenth, 2021. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation today and had a little fun. We just had to do this all for you because we want everybody out there to have more than just a clue about Juneteenth, what it means, what it is, and who needs to be remembered when we think about Juneteenth. Because it's all about our ancestors, those that have come before us and paved the way for us to make our way through life a little bit easier, a little bit breezier, and maybe even a little richer. Certainly, with a little less, what's the word for it? No worse for the wear. Certainly, no worse for the wear. Well, we've had a great time relating this story of Mary Fields to you. This is we said our last segment was going to be last night, but this is a bonus segment. Consider this to be a bonus segment on Mary Fields. It's not a bonus segment on Juneteenth because we're going to continue celebrating Juneteenth for the rest of the month, all the way through to June 30th, the last day of the month. So keep tuning in, keep checking it out, keep supporting us. And for all you little people out there right now, you know what I need you to do. I need you to take your little head and put it on your little pillow, on your little bed, close those yeah eyes, and wait for that sun to rise. And when you feel those sunbeams beaming down on your eyes, you'll know that it's time for you to rise and shine, oh children of mine. As for you adults, I told you one thing you can do is go ahead and get a copy of the book, What is Juneteenth? We'd also like you, if you don't mind, to go ahead, give us a like if you're watching on Facebook. Give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. And then go ahead and subscribe to the Tubular Black Facts channel. If you can do those three things, that'd be great. If you want to get the book as well, go ahead and make that move, and we'll make sure to keep you in the groove as you make a move, because you know we're all that plus a bag of chips. And right now we just gonna make a little dip right on back to the mothership, because that's what's hip, and we're not gonna trip. Peace out with justice as always, because anything less disgusts us, and we like being discussed, but we don't want to be disgusted. Peace out, y'all.